Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. Returning it from the 4. Big lick from the coverage team there. And that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he gets him around 6 there. Bobby Okereke making that stop. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Go.
Lamar out of the pistol. Complete. Derrick Henry avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
13.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Pass into the hands of Devontae Walker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal. Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Trying to run with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Here he is on 3rd and long. His first throw is an interception. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic. Not just knock that ball away,
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to the air following the pick 6. Finds Hyatt. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 2-score game early. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And the Ravens will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go. Sit up.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Bobby Okereke making that stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Running once more with Henry. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First down, and they go right back to him. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go back to Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A give up the gut to Walker. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Changing it up here, Jackson escapes the pocket. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying the right side with Tracy. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They go right back to Tracy. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 39. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 16 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Go!
Right up the gut. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. A handoff to Tracy. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's Tracy once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. This from 48 on the left hash. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from the left hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did. You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
19 Lions. Come on.
Back now, pressure on its way. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. Brought in inside the 20. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Giants cut into the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Rolling out to his left. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The give right side to Henry. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He stopped at the 17. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Hey, report.
This is Henry on 2nd. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Another run for Henry. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
This time it's a passing play. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Complete to Hyatt. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
79 Bronco. Let's go. Come 19. Come 19.
From the 36. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Mustang 19. Tag. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Here's Rattler. This is complete to Neighbors. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Tight end motioning right. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Go.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Completed to his running back. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants shrinking the lead some in the third. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now the Giants keeping the offense on the field. We've got a two-point attempt coming up.
Seven Pirates, seven Pirates. Panther 11, Panther 11.
He's throwing for it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for two, but it doesn't work out. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Now here's Lamar. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Hey, middle.
They just get the play on. Finds his fullback. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
13.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Report! There's one!
Looking to throw, Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10.
No, we changed it. We changed it. Ready. Middle. There's one.
Play fake, Jackson. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice gain. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Trying to run with Henry. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Ravens stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second-effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Rattler. Has him on the quick hitter. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Rattler setting to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play! They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He's on the move. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go.
Still sticking with the passing game. Connects with Johnson. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Motioning him from the slot right. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants down by 12. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Here we go.
Rattler back to throw. won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Henry on the catch. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They put a receiver in motion here left. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He puts everything behind this one. They connect on the deep shot. At the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Ready up.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Rattler trying to push it deep downfield. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Here's 2nd and 7. Launches one deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens put up even more points in a win. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Ravens take possession of the football.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest.
Yo, yo.
Handoff headed right to Henry. And he'll get them forward here up to the 24-yard line. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games.